I'm RJ Aguiar, and this is Rebel Report, the show that will never ever sell out. Because who in their right mind would actually try to buy us? Now that all the apocalyptic snow is finally melting away, unless you live in California, then you're like, snow, what's that? It's time for universities everywhere to turn their alcohol-fueled, sex-obsessed young adults loose on the rest of the world for a little week-long bacchanalia that we refer to as spring break. You would think that the break in spring break refers to the break in classes, except nowadays it refers to all the bones that your friend Cody breaks when he tries to jump into the hotel pool from his balcony. Whoa! Whoa! Most would see these shenanigans as just a bunch of young people being stupid, but some are finally starting to realize that there might actually be some problems. Case and point. Yeah! Screw black people! We don't like black people, unless they want to come and play for our sports team, and then they're actually kind of awesome. This clip went viral, and everyone was understandably appalled, but so much of people's fury missed the mark, choosing to scapegoat the boys in the video, rather than acknowledge the greater problem at large. And no, MSNBC and Fox, that problem is not rap music.
Waka Flocka Flame, who has performed for these kids. It's a bunch of garbage, full of N-words, full of F-bombs. It's wrong. And he shouldn't be disgusted with them. He should be disgusted with himself.
This kind of frat behavior isn't exactly shocking. For decades, Greek organizations have already been self-segregating. After all, what is a fraternity if not a bunch of guys with similar views and similar tastes sitting around and soaking up each other's privilege and sense of entitlement? The chant in the video isn't new either. It's been passed down for generations and through multiple chapters of SAP. So what is the point of fraternities anymore, besides providing cover for a bunch of dudes who want to live together in one house and then randomly shove things up each other's asses? It's quite literally the gayest thing on the face of the earth. And this is coming from a man who is currently engaged to marry another man. Bro, do you even lift? Because you sure lift my heart up. Bro, that was really sweet. I know, man. Now bring those soft lips next to mine. The sad part is there are actually Greek organizations out there who are doing good work. They value diversity and they raise money for good causes. They want to help combat the problem of sexual assault on college campuses. But no one is paying attention to them. And that has to do with the bigger problem. It's the way that so many people in this country have chosen to deal with racism. We can't separate racism from racists anymore. Gone are the days when bona fide racists were just out in the open for everyone to see. Now they're behind the bus's closed doors. And even when we do catch a racist in the act, they're going to swear up and down that they're not actually a racist. They were just taken out of context or following the crowd or whatever excuse they want to invent. It feels like America has this idea. If we can just get rid of all racists, then racism will go away. But it's not that simple, because racism exists independently from any one person. It's an idea, and if you remember from the movie Inception, an idea is the most resilient parasite.
Resilient, highly contagious. Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
Or at least I think that's what they were saying. I don't even pretend to know what that movie was about. So when we expel these boys or force Donald Sterling to sell the Clippers, we think that we're combating the problem of racism. In reality, these people are just a distraction from the real problem. It's easy to point our fingers and to condemn people. But to truly combat racism, we have to do the difficult thing and look inside ourselves. Every time we think a guy named Deshaun is probably going to be good at basketball, or that a guy named Paco is probably going to be good at hopping fences, then the problem is inside of us. And it's important to realize that having a couple stereotypical thoughts every once in a while doesn't make you a terrible person. The human brain is designed to make snap judgments and generalizations all the time. But then ignoring that fact, and then pretending that all the condemning and the finger pointing is going to actually fix racism isn't actually helping at all. Right. So now that we're done, who wants vodka shots? That's going to do it for us this week. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Flama, and share this video so that you can teach your Tea Party racist uncle a thing or two. Join the conversation in the comments below or on Twitter using the hashtag #RebelReports. We will see you guys next week. I am RJ Aguiar, and I approve this message. Bro.